Didn't think he'd spend his last days on Gaia. It's like, is there another place we can go? But I think we'll say that is a checkpoint for the YouTubes. And we're gonna carry on and then progress through this quickly. Hey, look, we survived. Woo! Get some stuff. Where's Dagger? She's probably at the top. See, you can go talk to her. You don't have to. If you want to progress the story, you can just go straight to... I think you can just go straight down here, basically. Which we're going to do anyway. But if you want to go to the top, you talk to Dagger, she just ignores you. And then you get like an ATA for it. No, wrong way. Wrong way, wrong way. This way. And then if I talk to the region... Aka goes off to go get Garnet. And now Dagger is basically struggling to understand what's happened and why and blames herself for everything. And in the process of this doubt and blame, she ends up becoming a mute for a while. So she can't concentrate anymore. She had no transpar. And because she can't concentrate, sometimes her actions don't happen. She'll just fail to do an action. And it's really obnoxious. Kuja manages to survive because we find out he actually has the Hildegard wand, which Hilda had stolen from her husband. Commandeered, I should say. And now he's angry because now he needs to find something to beat Garland. As you notice, his weapon... No. His clothing is actually all tattered. Because he's actually been hurt by this. And we also found out that the black mages from the village have actually joined with Kuja. So we are going to travel to the black mage village soon. But not just yet, because we've got quite a bit to do. So we're going to try and get the regent to become a human again. We now find out about Dagger's issue, her condition. Other than that, not too much going on. For those who are here, you have to answer if you don't want to, but the question, how's your day been? Have you had a good day? Where you're from? Or is it a good evening? Is it a good morning? Yeah, so now we need to try and help figure out how to save her. Again. Poor Dagger. Can't do anything. She lost her mum, lost her kingdom. Thinks she's a failure. Thinks it's all her fault. And now she's like, oh, well. So the first thing we're going to do is try and find the 3 ingredients. We need to find an unusual, strange, and beautiful potion. And this requires you just to go run around and ask random NPCs in the city, which sounds kind of insane. We know one person has an item, and that's Sinner. We're going to do his last though. Because what we're going to do is we're going to quickly go explore the business district. See the construction. If we go over here, we get another Stellatio coin of Sagittarius. Only shows up here. These chests have refreshed themselves, so come and collect them. Right, if you want a beautiful potion, you talk to this young lady, Alice. So she'll just give it to you for free because you didn't really use it. If you want items to buy, I think you can just talk to Dragoos here. Yeah, he sells items. You're not really going to need these, but you know what? I'm not going to take the chance. High potions are available now, so I recommend stocking up on them a bit more. I'm not going to take. I'm going to take a few of these. Hyper's pile. I always buy enough. Right, that's fine. So, what's that give me? Ooh, I can learn high tide. That's not too bad. Oh, look, I can learn mug. Lucky me. So yeah, technically Egoist is better, but we're not done learning Gamble Defense. The Chimera Armlets and the Egoist Armlets are really good pieces of equipment. These are, if you're doing the Ozma fight, very much an essential thing to have on. More the Egoist than the Chimera Wings. The Chimera Wing, the Chimera Armlet. And I guess I'll explain a bit about that later. Now I'll keep learning Mug. What can we learn? What have we been? Auto Life is going to take a while to learn. But I'll probably give it to Amaranth because he can learn Revive from it. So that's our nice ability if he teaches us. So he can make some new equipment. You haven't bought it already. I do think anything you can get in Trino or Alexandria, you can get here though. We're not going to make that because it's expensive. We've got one, so it's fine. Don't need another one of them. No, we're pretty much fine. So that's it for here. We can't go to the industrial district because it's still destroyed. We're going to go see Sinner quickly. Now, Callum Way, we met them in Bermesia. They were under the statue what collapses. And in that time, she has given birth to her children. They're going to return to Bermesia to try and rebuild it, to get ready to, and then try and recover their losses. They want Freya to join, but she's still going to join us. And she wishes for Sir Fratley again. She had 5 children. What's a saviour? He likes them because they all think he's cool. Which I think is kind of adorable. So, Sinner has the strange potion. I want to say it's strange. They're asking when he's going to return to the troop. Unusual, they have the unusual potion, okay. We're going to go back in here. So we have the free item chests again. And in this floor you can go back and get some more items. That's fine. Nope, too early. Right. So the unusual, whichever one I haven't got, is in here. So you get that first. You talk to Michael. He says, if you find it, take it. And you just go down here, and there's a strange potion. Now, even though I play role-playing games, I have a really bad habit of not talking to NPCs. So when I was younger, this took me a while to figure out because I just wasn't sure who to talk to. Nope, this way. Upper level. You got to talk to the guards first before you can go in. They won't let you in otherwise. He used the potion on Regent, and he turned from an Oglop into a. We're now going to go find Hilda. I love this. So we are now going to travel back to the Black Mage Village because, well, we now know that they're working for Kuja. Maybe there's still some there. Maybe they know where Kuja lives. So we're going to try and find Kuja and find Hilda. And since Kuja's got Hilda's ship, he must know where Hilda is. So we're going to go down to the basement. And this time we're going to the Serpent's Gate. We commandeered the ship we escaped from the outer continent on. Basically, we're going to use this to travel to the outer continent. But before we do that, we had the fun part of doing hot and cold. And I have spoken to my friend about this. Sure for now. But basically, because hot and cold is a long and it can be very boring, I don't want you guys to just sat here watching me do hot and cold for an hour or so, just trying to farm it. So we're going to do it, we are going to speed it up. The other rules still apply. I can't go past ocean. I can't go past. Ooh, hello. Oh. So I can't dig up choker grass what are ocean or higher until I get the airship. Right. So I'll just check what everyone's got. You're learning that. That's fine. But now that we've also got the ship, not the airship, there's another chocobo location we can go to. But at the moment we can still hunt in here. Might be able to find a few more I've missed. And now you can understand why I didn't really want to do speed up. But we're not going to use any of the points we have to buy anything. If I want to get a Robe of Lord from the Chocograph Hot and Cold, I'm going to go get that on disc 4, where you would normally get one, usually. Oh, but this is why I don't like the speed up sometimes. It's very easy to make yourself really strong. We do now have the ability to collect these chocographs though. Since we don't simply have the ship, we can go travel around to collect the stuff. When we get the mountain chocobo, we're going to start digging up dead peppers. So I want to make sure I can't just overpower a certain character too early. So for instance, in the Forgotten Continent, there's a crack in the mountains, what gives you player's ultimate weapon. And it's like you can get that as soon as you get a mountain chocobo and you get onto that continent, which is we're going to very soon. So I don't want to do that. It really is a bit unfair in my opinion. So I'm making it so dead peppers can only be used on disc 4. Because otherwise I can get Dagger's ultimate weapon too. And it's a bit unfair in my opinion. There's definitely more. How much? This one we can't get yet. I think 9 is the most you can get here. There'll be more anyway. There will be more because we're on disc 3 now. So, like disc 1 and disc 2, I think at disc 1, 9 is the maximum you can get here. Come on. There we go. I might go to the lagoon next, I think. Okay, Choco Piece. Right. Okay, there you go. So, there's no more here. So we have to go to the Chocobo Lagoon. So we're going to get onto our ship. And the Chocobo Lagoon, if I get the map up, is, well, it's there. There you go. So we're going to park it here. Yep. We're parking the ship. Well, not. We're going to disembark here. Go all the way around the shallows to get to there. We could get some other chocograph later, though. So the rules state I can't get any ocean chocographs until after I get the airship. So here's the lagoon. But I could get the ocean chocobo before that, but I don't feel like I'm going to because I don't see the need to. So we gotta go all the way around. Like, I can tell you now, there is actually, where is it? Is it over there? It's in here, I think. There's a bubble spot right there. If you see it, that's got, I think, a black robe in it for VV, so you can learn flare. So I don't want to give him flare this early either, because then he's just going to be sweeping through anyway. Right. So, Choco doesn't like the deep water yet. So we only have access to this area. So we only get 30 seconds. Which is basically 9, which is not going to be 30 seconds because we have speed up. Also, everything's worth double here. So 1 point is a 2. I am terrible at the lagoon. I can tell you that now. Wow, really? That early? 70 is a very small, it's a low depth for a chocograph. And because we can only use half of the area, we can only find 4 items. But to find that so early. I wanted to check what I got then. If I got in the Dust, I think it's Dust Lagoon? It can happen where you can find the mountain chocograph here to upgrade into the mountain chocograph, and then the next one you find will be the ocean chocograph. It's just like, why? So, ask Choco. What have you found me? Dust plains, okay. I mean, we all know Chocobo racing is a bit of a piss taking 10. The RNG is disgusting. Oh, there we go. Second chocograph. Let's see if we get anything good from it. I wasn't a fan of the mini games in 7, but in Rebirth, I think they're really good. The Queen's Blood card game, I think, was actually probably one of my favourite parts of Rebirth. That is a game I would love to see more of. No, not that. I want to talk to Choco. There it is. Dawn Lagoon. Yeah. It's really easy to get the Dawn Lagoon. Right. So this is the chocograph that will get us the mountain chocobo, and then we're not doing any more chocograph hot and cold until after the airship. We will use what we can. We'll use Choco to get any items we feel like. I don't really want to use them on the outer continent, on the Forgotten Continent, but if needs must. Right, Dawn Lagoon is over here. Is this island here? So where, if you go close enough, I don't think you can. Yeah, it's where you're near Trino. So This guy starts to change, but you're just going to stay over here. There you go. I mean, the worst one is trying to get the ocean chocobo. That one I hate trying to find. Okay, no, ocean's bad. Getting the one to get the ocean chocobo is a bit annoying, but the ocean chocograph is really obnoxious. Right, so now we have red. We now have the ability to go to mountain abilities. So this one, the uncultivated land, you can, if you don't want to get a mountain chocobo, you can wait until you get the airship, and then you can just come here, land, get your chocobo, and then it's around here. And that's pretty much it. You can go to the south gate. I recommend you do, because randomly there's a Moogle here. Which Moogle is this? Moscow, okay. There's some chests here, and if you want to get the S ranking treasure hunter, you want to visit every south gate, north gate you can. If you haven't already. So this is the Trino gate, so I can go back to Trino now. Daddy gate. The ice cavern there, you can't enter ice cavern anymore. So now that the mist is gone, you can't actually enter the ice cavern anymore, I believe. Yeah. So Moist won't let you in, because there's no more mist, so the ice caverns are melting. Right, what we got next? Abandoned beach. We can do that later. Cold. We'll do that one first. So this one requires us to go this way. You want to be careful here. You don't really want to get an encounter if you can avoid it. The enemies here are quite high level. There's on the beach there are giant Gigan octopus. And also zombie whales. Zombie whales can just absolutely just annihilate you if you're not careful. The grasslands have grand dragons, the highest level enemy in the game, I think. No. The level 60 wet dragons you can kill. Or the gimme cat, which is just annoying. Right, anyway, so this one. This is really a confusing one. I always used to think it was there. It's not, it's here. It's very secretive place. So you get a lot of items. You have to be really careful with your items. One of the biggest things you need to be aware of with the trigger hot cold triggeraphs are, some of our later chests have cards in them, and this game's you have a stock of 100. If you go over 100, you can't get any more. So if you get a special card from the chest and you've maxed out cards, it will discard it. If I do this, there we go. So I got some good stuff actually. I got shield armor. That's fine. There's a zombie whale. And please miss. Am I losing Steiner this time? Right. Well, that's it. My second character's gone. Well, you don't need that. Save me some money. That's a bit annoying, but that's the risk of the whale zombie. Any enemy or boss what can just instantly cast death on you is the scariest thing. Oh, well, I'm sure Will's gonna have a field day with me when I tell him I killed his character. Eh, where am I going? Where am I going? The wrong way is the answer. Right. So I can get that one. That's fine. So the other one that I have to get is this one. I'm going to stay on that for now. Right, we're going to travel to the outer continent, which is where we're going anyway. Nope, gone too far. There we go. Well, it's a shame. I wasn't planning on taking. Right. On the. No, you talk to you. So, on the chance that I meet the ladybird. No, I met the ladybird, haven't I? Never mind. I've met the ladybird. Right, that's fine. Right, we find out that most people have run away now. The entire place is pretty much empty. So we have to figure out why. So he's angry, he's trying to figure out why, and so we find out Kudra's promised them that he can extend their life if they follow him. So now he wants to figure out why they stayed. They stayed because the chocobo egg hatched. Well, the chocobo a chocobo who had died was stopped, and they found the egg and wanted to raise it until it hatched, and then now they're all about why would you stay? What are you gonna do? And how BB won't forgive Kuja for taunting them and making a mockery of their lifespan. Now we know that Kuja's palace is to the east. I don't know that. East? Yeah. Actually, until you leveled up, you're staying back. You're staying back. You're still. Well, you're always learning counter, let's be honest. I'm not told you add status yet. Really good piece of gear. What's she got actually? Yeah, she's got level up yet. I want her to catch up to them. Obviously. Right. I am slightly annoyed that Stanner is gone, but Stanner is gone. I'm just gonna let my friend know. I'm sure if he's free, he'll come in and tell me off. But yeah, zombie whales, by far one of the most dangerous monsters you'll see. Really good AP though. If you have Quina, you can learn level 5 death from them. A safer way of learning it from I say safe, it's not safe at all. Right, so this is basically, I need to be well in there. Oh well. So you see there's a hole here, interesting hole. So we have 4 quicksands. You have to figure out which one is the right one to go in, otherwise you get into an encounter. Now the answer to this is the one what's not sending out a puff of smoke. Really? One step? Oh, good lord. Nope, we're fled. Oh, you. Am I gonna get a game over from this? Oh. One encounter after another. I think that is a reset. Oh. Oh no. That's a reset. And I didn't save at a quick checkpoint. I should have saved that. So we're going back to the beginning of disc 3. Right. Well, that's that. But the reason this is a reset. Let me just fix this. Resets 3.